You already know what time it is, man. We back here to search some more game on the ground for them hungry hounds who just get out the pound and are ready for the next round. So with that being said, man, make sure y'all grab your snacks, y'all drinks, whatever the case may be, because we finna jump right into this episode in just a minute, man. This episode, this topic we're talking about, you are not left behind in life, and the reason why I want to talk about this is because there be times where I be chilling. I see somebody in person or I see them on the internet or whatever the case may be, and they got everything that they're working for. They got their dream car, their dream house, they got all the money they need, whatever the case may be, they got it all. They got everything that they've been working hard for, and they worked hard for it. They earned it. There's nothing wrong with earning what you work hard for. But when you see that, sometimes it'll make you feel like, dang, man, I'm behind. Man, I'm behind, man. I'm this age and I'm only this far in life and this, that, and the third. But when you ask them how long it took them to get to where they were, they gonna tell you it didn't take them. It took them longer than a year. It took them longer than 6 months. It took them like 5 years, 7 years, 10 years to get to where they are now. And that's what a whole lot of people don't realize is that, man, it takes a long time to get to where you're trying to go. And life will have you feeling like you left behind, especially when you see everything on social media. And the reason why social media be leaving you feel like you left behind is because everybody wants to sit there and show the highlights of their life. They don't even want to show the behind the scenes, behind the curtains of their lives. They only show the highlights of their lives. So it'll make you feel like that you left behind, that you're missing out on everything, but you're really not. He said, new album and return live this Thursday. They ain't ready, boy. They ain't ready for nothing. They ain't ready for none of that. They ain't ready for nothing. Nothing. But no, man. It's easy to get caught up and feel like you left behind. It's easy to get caught up and feel like you need to move where you're gonna lose. Like, no, that's not how it is, bro. You need a steady work pace. And continue to build it up, but you need a steady work pace to just keep going and keep building off of like a snowball effect. Because eventually, one day, something's gonna kick, something's gonna catch. It's gonna kick off, and you're not gonna realize it. And then when it does, it's just gonna right in your face and whoa. But it's gonna take a long time for you to get there. I guarantee you ask any of your favorite YouTubers, your favorite artists, whoever. How long it took them to get to where they are. Guess what they're gonna tell you? Man, it took me a long time. It took me 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, sometimes even 7 years to get to where I'm at now, man. Eminem didn't pop off of his music until he was like, I think he was like 25 or 26. He wasn't a young kid. He wasn't a teenager. Nah, he was halfway through his 20s when his music kicked off. Now, that might be, that still might be a little bit young, but everybody in this generation nowadays is like, man, we need this, we need to do this, we need to do that. Quit getting caught up in how social media makes you feel like what you need to be doing instead of just doing what you need to do. Don't focus on what everybody else got going on, because then you're going to get caught up and feel like, man, I'm losing. I'm falling behind. You're going to feel like you're losing the rat race instead of just keeping your pace and running. Keeping your pace and jogging and running and just keep going, man, because it's easy. Sometimes I be feeling the same way, and then I got to remind myself, man, everybody that I watch, everybody that I listen to, it took them a long time to get to where they're at now. They've even said so themselves, that it took them a long time to get to where they're at now. And so you just have to sit there and remind yourself that, man, it ain't the end of the world, and it ain't the end of your life. You still got your whole life ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? Focus on you. That's why everybody always be getting so caught up these days and trying to find a boyfriend or a girlfriend for the summer or for the New Year's or whatever the case may be, instead of just focusing on yourself. Because when you take the time out of your younger years, your youth, to build yourself up, it's going to set you up more in the future. That way you don't have to work as hard when you get older, versus getting older and spending your younger days, your youth, worrying about all the bull crap in the world that the social media's got you caught up on. It's easy to it's easy to throw your youth years away on things that you feel like you need because social media or society says that you need it when you really don't. They just want you to get caught up in that lifestyle so that you don't produce anything. They want you to remain a degenerate, someone who doesn't produce anything for society, somebody who's not doing what they're supposed to do, somebody who's not uh, leading the younger generation down the right path. You know, like the Top G's and your boy David Goggins and all them. They try and lead the youth down a better path. They don't want you to do that. They want you to stay caught up in the party life. They want you to stay caught up going to the club scene and all this stuff. They want you caught up in all the bullcrap because materialistic things. Man, you got to work hard so you can get the Gucci or whatever it is that they want you to work hard for, bro. They want you to slave for it, to work hard for it. They want you to throw your life away for it. They want you to work till you're 65 years old, 70 years old, so you can retire, have about 10 years of your life to just do whatever you want. By that time, you're crippled. You're walking with a little walker or a cane or you're in a wheelchair, and you're not doing nothing. You can't go nowhere because you need your caretaker with you to make sure that your oxygen tank is on. Like, that's what they want. They want you to work for your whole life. So instead of getting caught up with feeling like you're falling behind, man, just do what you're supposed to do and do it every single day until it finally takes off, and then continue to do it every single day even after it takes off so you can keep that momentum going. A lot of people feel like when they finally take off, they don't have to work as hard because now they got it. And a lot of times they lose it because they thought they had it, so they thought they didn't have to work as hard. That's the easiest way to lose stuff. When you finally have something, you need to work even harder than when you didn't have it, because now you have to work extra hard to keep it. It's different working hard to get something versus working hard to keep it. It's like when you look at the UFC, somebody finally gets the championship belt of their weight division. They had to work hard to get there, but now they got to work extra hard to make sure they stay there. Because they're going up against anybody, any type of fighter. And that fighter's going to be starving to get to where they at. So you got to know that fight, the champion has to work extra hard to make sure that he keep his position. Because if he don't and he starts slacking, guess what? He going to lose it. Same thing in life. When you social media accounts or your business that you're building up or whatever the case may be finally takes off, now you got to work extra hard to make sure that it runs smoothly. You posting your content, or you making the sales that you need to make, making the business deals that you need to make to keep your business going. Everything, man, you got to work hard to keep it going. So don't be sitting around and feel like, oh man, I got to do this, I got to do that. Because you don't have to. That's what they want you to do. Figure out what you want to do and work towards it. Figure out what you want to do and do it. Instead of feeling like you get caught up, feeling like you get lost, feeling like you get left behind. It's the worst feeling in the world when you get caught up in it. And then you try to get out of it and you can't because you're so caught up in it that you don't know what to do. So it's best to just not get caught up in those feelings at all and ignore what society wants you to do and do what you want to do. That's just facts. Too many people, they give in to the pressure. Too many people, they give in to the peer pressure of what people want them to be. And now their lives are miserable because there's somebody that they don't want to be. Or they're doing things that they never wanted to do. Don't give in to peer pressure. Do what you want to do. Work towards what you want to work towards. You want to be a businessman, be a businessman. You want to be a lawyer, be a lawyer. If you want to be a social media influencer, then be a social media influencer, man. You got to work for it. You got to work towards it. That's just how it is. Getting caught up in those feelings ain't going to do nothing but keep you stuck, anchored. You're going to be a leaf in the wind if you get caught up in those feelings. That's just how it is, bro. So with that being said, don't get caught up. And make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, mommies, aunties, or grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. And I'm finna get up on out of here, man. Deuces.